Yo, it's your boy Tundex back for another video. Um, I don't know. I said in my video I posted on my way to work today that I wasn't really one to be online and getting into arguments and everything. But some of these comments, I'm here now. I'm here now. So let me introduce myself. I'm Tundex, formerly known as Dante86. All the years ago, I've been on YouTube since about 2005, 2006 when I was in college. And I have not really done any gaming commentary for a very long time. It's been a few years actually. Um, but in my history here on the YouTube, I have always been a Nintendo fan. And I have been a fan, I've been a gamer for 35 years. I got an NES when I was 4, me and my brother. And I grew up being a platform fan. Loved Mario, loved Mega Man, uh, mainly Mario and Mega Man when I was playing the NES. Ninja Turtles 3, not the original because that was horrible. It was just hard. Um, you know, the peak of my gaming and really getting into it and branching out my gaming, what I enjoy playing was the Super Nintendo. Was when I discovered RPGs and stuff like Donkey Kong Country, still platformers obviously. Playing fighters like Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2. That one. Um, and fast forward to the N64 era, Rare was everything. Nintendo had some good stuff, but Rare was everything for the N64. GameCube. That's when me and my brother kind of started to divert a little bit. He got tired of Nintendo and he wanted some more mature things. I just liked what I liked. So, I played what I wanted to play. He ended up getting a PlayStation. Then I branched out more and found my Final Fantasies, started playing Tekken and things of that nature. Um, Next generation, um, he had the PlayStation 2, I had the GameCube. So he would play some of my games sometimes. I would go to his room, play some of his games. I got introduced to stuff like Metal Gear Solid, things of that nature. Then the next gen came. I had a Wii. I got tired of the Wii being so far behind. The games that I had on it, I enjoyed, and that's where the third party support thing kind of started, and I'm getting on that. But I got tired of it, so the biggest thing that I noticed it was Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. Sonic Unleashed on the Wii was fun. It was a good game. It was not bad. However, I saw what was happening on the Xbox because one of my friends, I know he doesn't make content anymore, but Streetscape, he would make videos of him just doing runs or whatever on the game, and I'm like, this ain't the same as what's over here. So what? Huh? So I got a 360, and I played so much 360. 360 was an amazing console. I put the Switch to the side and I only played Nintendo games on the Switch at that time because it was so far behind at that time. Um, so yeah, Xbox 360, big fan. PlayStation 3 didn't have as many exclusives, but still good games there. PlayStation 4, loved it. Got a huge collection of PlayStation 4 in there. Um, Switch came, got a big collection of that as well. And now the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5, I have a decent collection. Switch 2, honestly, I have about the same collection of Switch 2 and PlayStation 5 games. Just a little history of me. Um, I think, personally, the Nintendo hate right now is so forced. It's forced. And if anybody gets online and speaks about what's going on and isn't being negative about Nintendo because their favorite streamer told them that they should hate Nintendo, then you're being a fanboy. I didn't realize that actually owning something and having a opinion that I form myself based on my experiences with it. If you here, it's right here right now. Let me turn it down so I'm not getting the echo. Right here, right now. Switch 2. There you go. This is my Switch 2 live and in action. And I have it centered on these 3 games right here. These 3. I bought them last night digitally. I should be able to play them in a few hours, and I'm going to. I have Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 currently on my PS5, which is sitting right here. Here's my controller. Sitting right there. And I just don't have the DLC. I was able to get all 3 of these games for $90. This is already $70. These 2 were $20, including all the DLC, and they run very well. So I'm definitely going to play through them on here. But I have it centered on this because I said something earlier. I stopped really trying to have Nintendo be my main console with the Wii, because that's when the power gap started. And that's when I was like, you know what? I enjoy my Nintendo games, but they are so far behind and I'm missing out on so much other stuff. So my Nintendo console has always been the side piece, because I had a Switch, and then when the Switch was assigned to the PS4, not gonna lie, and then the PS5 came out, definitely assigned to that too. Now the Switch 2 is out, and it's in about the same level. We got the PS5 here, we got the Switch 2 about here. It's not the same, but it's comparable. This right here, these games, these 2 are also on PS4, but this one is on PS5. I'm not sure if 7 is. This one is brand new, coming out in a few hours, and I can play it here at the same time as PS5 and Xbox Series X. If it makes me a fanboy, then I'm excited that this console can actually play a game day and date. You don't know what a fanboy is. I'm a supporter of the third party on Nintendo, because a lot of the time they don't get supported, and then the third parties pull out. And then when y'all saying that there's no games, there will be no games. The droughts on the Wii U, which again is sitting right here. The droughts on the Wii U. Good Lord, it was awful. So long without games because third parties pulled out because no one supported them. Their big push for the Wii U was, hey, we got the tech now, but then they were actually behind. And we were getting games that were years old come out on those Wii U, and it's like, well, we already have these, so why get them again? That's understandable. But for people to be hating Nintendo right now and saying that the games are going to be trash, anyone who's saying there's no games on the Switch 2 right now, I need you to take many seats, sit down, and shut up. Because that is not a fact. It is not a fact. Now, granted, if you are like me and you have the Switch as a side piece to your main console, which is PlayStation or the Xbox, you've played a lot of the games. I hear you. I understand. And if you want to have the highest fidelity and you don't want to play Resident Evil 9 on the Switch 2 and you'd rather play it at the highest possible quality, hey, do you. Go for it. I could have made that choice, and I probably will eventually get it on the PlayStation 5. But as a Nintendo fan, I want to support it on the Switch. Now let's roll it back a little bit. On my comment earlier, somebody called me a Nintendo fanboy and saying that it's okay for the Switch prices to increase. You don't know me. You're dead wrong. While I have a Switch 2, I refuse to buy any Joy-Cons. I am using the Pro Controller for the Switch, not the Switch 2. Switch 2 is right up here, and there is no C button. Because you know why? It's too damn expensive. Joy-Cons, $90, $100, $90 and $100 for... No! The camera for the Switch 2, you think I got that? No! The camera I'm using right now. That's what I'm using. Because the prices are ridiculous. $80 for Mario Kart? That game that's empty and barren? I dropped that in like a couple of, not even a month. I didn't play it long at all. Was not worth $80. Thank God I got the bundle. But I just don't understand why you are a fanboy because you speak the truth on the technical marvel that the Switch 2 is. Oh, Steam Deck! Oh, Steam Deck! What about Steam Deck? What else Steam Deck? Yeah, you're right. Steam Deck does things very well. I tried to play Rivals on my Steam Deck, and it ran like dog shit. I would need to go and fix some settings, I'm sure, but for people comparing it to the PS5 and saying it's just like it, no, it's not. PS5 plays it just fine. My Steam Deck, I gotta turn the settings all the way down. Turn them all the way down. Steam Deck is not a portal for PlayStation 5. Absolutely not. It is weaker. You know why I am saying that? Because I own one. Because I've seen it myself. Just saying. And then me speaking on the Pokemon ZA thing earlier, talking about the windows and I don't really care about the graphics or whatever. I want to explain something to a lot of you people who do not actually own a Switch 2 and don't know how these things work. So here's the box for Pokemon Legends ZA. There's a lot of text at the bottom there. A whole bunch. I'm going to read it for you. It says, includes the Nintendo Switch game and the Switch 2 edition upgrade. Pack. Upgrade pack also available separately for details, blah, blah, blah. So, it says an upgrade pack. Interesting. So, here's the cartridge right here. And here is my Nintendo Switch. Make sure you see it is actually a Switch and not a Switch 2. Yeah, Nintendo Switch. This is Splatoon edition. Yeah. Still on frame. Let me turn it on. Blah. And let's put the card in, shall we? Card is in. Oh my. What's that? It runs? It runs on the Switch? Because the Switch 2 cartridge is just the Switch game? It's loading. Give me it's loading. But it's just the Switch game. With the Switch 2 update. Oh man! Pokemon Legends ZA. The Switch 2 cart. It works on the Switch. What? What? What do you mean? Because like I said earlier, everyone who is treating ZA like it is a Switch 2 game, expecting Switch 2 caliber, you're so wrong. That's just not what it is. It's a Switch 1 game with a Switch 2 update. It says it on the box. One more time. Includes the Nintendo Switch game and Nintendo Switch 2 edition upgrade pack. It's not a Switch 2 game. If it makes me a fanboy for having common sense and understanding that this game is not a Switch 2 game, I guess I'm a fanboy. You know how I can tell you that I'm not a fanboy? This game that's right above me right here, Pokemon Violet. You can ask my homie, one of my best friends, Neil Game Spark, how I felt about this game. I would send clips of this game being so buggy on the Switch and so annoying and so ugly and so glitchy. I played it because I'm a Pokemon fan and I enjoy the gameplay, and I kind of ignored it because I saw the vision of what they were trying to do, but it's their first time doing a fully open world game. I called out how empty it was. I called out the glitches. I called out the frame rate being horrible. Same thing with Pokemon X, I mean not X, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Called out all that stuff too. How janky the online was, the raid battles being horrible. Same thing on Violet. Same thing. I ripped the games a new one, but I play them because I enjoy Pokemon. I am a fan. I am not a fanboy. Because when people ask me, should I get Pokemon Violet on the Switch? I said no. Not really. It's not that good of a game. I like it. I enjoy what they did. I had fun with it. But if you are for the technical stuff, nah, you're not really missing anything. That's me. That's the kind of person I am. Um, with Pokemon ZA as well, I play for what the game is. Between Legends ZA and Legends Arceus, Arceus is better in my opinion. But they're two different things. Arceus, open world, which this so kind of ugly, and then ZA was super battle centric. That's what the ZA is even for. That is your rank going from Z to A in the battle thing. It's all battles. Now, are there other games on like the PS2 or even the Switch that are way more open and have buildings you can go in and explore? Absolutely, they are. Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3. All of those wide open worlds, decent graphics held back by the Switch capabilities, mind you. They perfected it on 3. 3 is really good. But I compared that to those, and even Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was a Wii U game to start. Like, why can they do this, but Game Freak can't? I've never understood it, and I hate the fact that that's what they do. But I enjoy Pokemon games, and I'm gonna play my Pokemon. I also play other things too. Um, Again, if it makes me a fanboy to enjoy something, you're wrong. I like what I like and I play what I play. But a fanboy is someone who will endlessly defend that company, Nintendo. I don't give a care. What are y'all doing for me? Nothing. I don't make any money from y'all. I'm not a partner with Nintendo. Y'all ain't sending me review copies or anything like that. I will call you out on your crap because that's the kind of person I am. But when you've been gaming since you were 4 and you're 39, you have seen stuff go from 8-bit all the way to having a handheld that is playing stuff at 1080, 60 frames. And people are complaining because it's not exactly like the PS5. And it's not the highest fidelity. I was playing Game Boy Advance when in the DS and stuff while we were already in the HD era. And nobody complained about it back then. They did complain between the DS and the PSP because PSP had better graphics. But the DS had better games. It did. It is an unequivocal fact. That's just how it was. I had it, and I played the games I liked on the PSP as well, and the same thing with the Vita and the 3DS. But which one survived and which one didn't? They dropped support of the PSP and the Vita way quicker than the DS and the 3DS. Does it make me Does it make me a Nintendo fanboy? Because that's a fact of what happened? I don't know. I don't know. Let's check our logic a little bit. um, Long story short, I need people to start forming their own opinions because a lot of the Nintendo hate is because of what happened with Pal World, which they didn't even end up winning everything when it comes to that. And I thought it was bogus for them to be doing what they did and being like, oh, we own the rights to throw something to catch a Pokemon or to catch a monster or to have summon a monster and fight. Like, Shin Megami Tensei? Final Fantasy having summons? I just, I don't. Dragon Quest, I think, had some of that too. I don't know about that one, Nintendo. I don't know about that Game Freak. That was pretty bogus. I called that out too. Oh, guess what? I own Power World too, and I like it. And people tried to say that ZA was copying off of them with the raid battle, saying it was just like Power World, but they didn't do their research. And I'm like, no, Pokemon Legends Arceus did it before Power World was even out. And then they were like, oh, I didn't realize that. Sorry. Again, am I a fanboy for pointing out a fact? No. But the fact is also, Nintendo is greedy as heck. Their prices never go down. And right now, their pricing is ridiculous. I don't think $450 for the console is bad. I can't lie about that. I don't think $450 is a bad price. Even though it's about to go up because of the RAM shortage. Steambox is doing the same, by the way. They don't even have the price, and they've announced that that's going up. So don't say it's just Nintendo. It's the economy. Hello, AI. Thank you. But the Switch One going up was stupid. That they never should have done that. And the peripherals going up and just being priced like they are, it's pretty bad. The biggest thing I'll say to end this long rant is, if you don't like it, don't buy it. But stop trying to tell everybody else what they can and can't do to enjoy themselves. If somebody wants to play Nintendo games, let them play Nintendo games. If somebody wants to play Final Fantasy 14 for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, couldn't be me. It is me. Let them do it. If they want to play Marvel Rivals and be sweaty all the time, let them do it. But stop being so hateful and not actually having the console. Stop letting people online speak for you. Form your own opinions. Oh my goodness, Pokemon is gonna be $20 even though they were cheaper on this console and blah blah blah. First of all, actually, they've never released Fire Red and Leaf Green before, and they're talking about them being $8. The old Pokemon games being $8 on the 3DS. It's like, yeah, because those were Game Boy games, not Game Boy Advance. I didn't look to see how much Game Boy Advance games were on the 3DS. I cannot lie, I didn't buy many of them. I don't remember how much they were. They might have been $10 or something. We know Nintendo is greedy. I mean, freaking Tears of the Kingdom, they're selling for $80 now because of the Switch 2 update. I would never buy that game for $80. And I did not buy the upgrade. It came with my subscription. But it's heinous that they are trying to sell that game now for $80. Like, guys, you could have brought the price down to maybe $60 and had that upgrade on the Switch 2, to be honest with you, because that's just horrible that they're doing that. But I guess I'm just a Nintendo fanboy because I speak facts on things and I call out the BS on Nintendo just like any other console or anything else that comes out. Like this piece of dog crap. Black Ops 6, what a mistake this was to buy. I played it for like 20 minutes and I had to download all the different packs instead of it all being on the game. What the heck? Remember, key cards is horrible. This disc has nothing on it. It is a launcher like it is on the PC, and then you gotta download everything else. This is a launcher. That's why it's sitting out, because I don't care about the disc. I ain't gonna play it no more. But oh, look at that. I called out something that wasn't Nintendo, just like I don't like key cards on the Nintendo either. And I generally don't buy things that I have to download if I want to get a physical copy, because, you know, it's stupid, but it's been happening for a long time. But now Nintendo makes it to where it's up in front. And last thing, Nintendo is very stupid for not having different cartridge sizes. I think there's only 2 cartridge sizes right now, which is causing the key card issue. It's not because the Switch 2 can't do it. They just have 2 things available. and they need to make more sizes like they had on the Switch, so companies can do what they do. But I've ranted long enough. I don't think I'm gonna come back and say anything else. We'll see. All right. Bye bye.